Hello, lovely humans. It is Molly from Molly Reads and Writes, and today I'm going to share with you the books that I got in September.
Looking down the ground, eyes, shadows make no sound. A game.
So, I went to the bookstore too many times. So I have some books here to share with you that I got this month that somehow have to fit on that shelf back there. I think I'm gonna have to reorganize it again. Let's just jump straight on into this. The first book that I have is Minors 3 by Kevin Sylvester. This is book 3 of the Minors series. I think it's a trilogy. I really hope it's a trilogy. It is a middle grade science fiction series. I got into it a couple years ago. I think I found the first one on sale somewhere, and it was cute, so I kept reading it. The first book follows a group of kids who are the only survivors on their asteroid rock thing that they live on that their parents used to mine, and their parents all got blown up, murdered. So they have to find out how to survive and how to get word back to Earth of what happened. That's basically the first book. It's cute, like it's a middle grade science fiction, so I don't know, I enjoy it. The next book that I picked up is Spindle by Shauna Slayton. This is a Sleeping Beauty. There you go. Kind of a Sleeping Beauty retelling. I picked it up just to kind of have an easy book on the back burner for when I'm having a rough day. Yeah, it's a young adult retelling. I don't know how high my hopes are for this, but it sounded cute and it sounded like something that I should read when I'm not having a great day. The next book that I have is The Window by Amelia Brunskill. This is a young adult thriller. I don't know, the cover looks really creepy, so that's what drew me to it. But basically it's about a girl named Jess and her twin sister Anna falls to her death while sneaking out her window one night, and Jess just doesn't think it was actually an accident, so she's digging around to find out what happened, and it turns out that other people have some secrets that they don't want unearthed. So this one's really been interesting to me. I've carried it around for the last 2 weeks, and I just, for some reason, haven't picked it up. Maybe I'll do that tonight, though. Maybe I'll get into that tonight, finally. Next, I have Contagion by Erin Bowman, and this is book 1 of a young adult science fiction series. I assume it's called the Contagion trilogy. I picked it up, and I thought it was a standalone, so I'm kind of sad that it's not, but also, I don't really know what it's about. From what I've read at the summary, it seems like some sort of contagion wipes out an entire work detail on a distant planet, and then a crew gets sent in to search and rescue, and the contagion is bad. It doesn't give a lot here, and I just don't feel like looking up the summary. I'm just now realizing how heavy this is in science fiction, because I've already showed you 2 science fictions, and pretty much all the rest of the books are some sort of science fiction. You know what I was feeling this month. I have Jagannath by Karen Tidbeck. This is a short story collection, and I've read the first couple of them, and they're odd. I really like them though so far from what I've read, but they're definitely very odd. It's a mix of like science fiction and some folk tales. I don't really know how to describe it. It's odd. I'll figure out how to talk about it in a wrap up. Probably my next wrap up. But it's odd. It's very odd. It's good. Adult science fiction short story collection. I have The Genius Plague by David Walton also, and this cover has grabbed me every time I walked by it in the bookstore. So I finally picked it up, and it seems as though it's gonna be almost like a mix of Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer and Amazonia from James Rollins. So those are two books that I love, and yes, looks very intriguing. And I kind of just want to sit down and read it now. So basically, Neil's brother Paul comes back from an expedition in the Amazon, and he's got this fungal infection that almost kills him, but he survives, and he is different. His mind is fucked up, and it seems as though all the people that get this illness and then survive have some twisted goal that could end humanity, even though in their own minds they're convinced that this is the next evolutionary step. So Neil has to essentially take down his brother and figure out what's going on. So it sounds pretty fast-paced, interesting, and very much so along the lines of two books that I loved. So I'm really looking forward to this one. And I don't normally like the colors yellow or red and orange, and that's all this cover is, but like, it's gorgeous. Next, I have a Rosewater by Tade Thompson, and this is an adult science fiction. Same with the last one. Did I say that? I don't know. I'm tired. I don't know what it's about. The cover looked really interesting, and Chapters was having a 4 for 3 sale, so I wanted 8 books. Rosewater is a town that is on the edge of some biodome, and there's a psychic character in it who seems maybe to be the main character. Next, I have 2 books in the same series. So I have Rogue Protocol by Martha Wells and Artificial Control by Martha Wells. When I bought these, I thought they were books 1 and 2. Turns out they're books 2 and 3. As soon as I realized that, I blocked what they were from my mind because I don't want to ruin the first book. So now I have to go find the first book out of Chapters somewhere. But they're cute, like little tiny science fiction stories from like the adult science fiction section, and it's part of the Murderbot Diaries, which sounds cool, but now I have to go find book 1. Next, I have Wonder Blood by Julia Wicker, and this is another adult science fiction novel that I saw, and I honestly, I've completely bought this because of the cover. So I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like a dystopian fantasy about war, faith, and waiting for space shuttles. So it is set 500 years in the future in a like almost apocalyptic United States where a like mutated form of mad cow disease essentially took over and killed a lot of things, and now science and medicine is rejected in favor of like magic and prophecy and blood sacrifice. So it sounds kind of twisted, and it sounds super interesting, and I want to read this very soon. I have too many books to read. Second to last, I have Hell World by Tom Levine, and this is a young adult paranormal, I assume. It's about a girl named Abby, and her mom went missing while filming for her like paranormal show in Arizona, and 5 years later Abby is determined to figure out what happened, where she is she still alive. So she goes with her mom's co-host's son and some friends to this cave in Arizona to see if they can get any answers, and they awake some things that maybe they shouldn't have. So I thought this was a good one for October and like creepy days. Like honestly, it's a good one for today because it's gloomy AF outside. I have not seen sunlight all day, so this would be a good one to read when I'm done teaching tonight. Last, I have The Rift Uprising by Amy S. Foster, and this is a young adult like military thriller science fiction-y thing. Basically, the main character, Rin, is part of an elite like guard force that guards the Rift, which is a portal to alternate Earths that scientists can't control. They can't close it, they can't do anything with it, so they just try to keep out what might come in. And at the start of the novel, Rin meets a young man who comes through super confused and not at all like the monsters she's been trained to expect, and she starts questioning who actually is on the other side of the rift, and is it as bad as everyone is making it out to be. So this is the first in a trilogy. I've stayed away from it for a while, but it was in the like $6 section. So we all know my control when it comes to like $6 books. Books in the bargain section. No control. That's that. Those are the books I got this month. I don't know why I bought 12 more books. I do know why. I have no self-control. I'm gonna go edit this video so I can post it maybe tomorrow and then read some books because I need to read. I also need to vacuum. I need to vacuum. I'll vacuum first, then I'll read. My question for you today is what genre are you lately really feeling into? Is it the same as you always read? Is it something different? Yeah, mine clearly is science fiction. I hope I enjoy all of these books. We'll find out. That is everything. You are a super cool human being, and I am thankful that you decided to spend a little bit of your day with me hanging out. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you should like it and subscribe to see more in the future. You can also hit the notification icon to be notified when I eventually post new videos. I hope that you have an awesome morning, afternoon, or evening, whichever it is, wherever you are. See ya.
I've been running for so long. I'm clear about the path I was on. I was brave.